This episode of the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz is presented by Smirnoff. We do game days. Please drink responsibly. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Are you excited?
I don't trust what's happening around here. I see that Jessica is in the back, and she is rubbing her hands together like a sinister villain of some sort, and she's doing something with her eyebrows.
Like a praying mantis.
I don't. What is with those eyebrows? What are you doing? Okay, I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, she's right.
What are you guys doing? Why are there people? I hear clamoring pots and pans in the other room.
Well, Dan, I don't know if you're aware of this. Hopefully you are, because it involves you. The 24th Annual South Beach Wine and Food Festival, presented by Capital One, returns to Miami February 20th through the 23rd. Tickets are on sale now at SOBEWFF.org. So SOBEWFF.org. And today we decided, because, again, this I hope you're aware of, you're going to be hosting an event for the South Beach Wine and Food Festival, the Sunset Feast. And I'll give you a little bit more information on that now. Hopefully this isn't the first that you are hearing of this. But we decided to invite some chefs over because I know that you fancy yourself a talk show host on the television, a Carson of sorts. So I said, you know, what is this show missing? We're missing a cooking segment. So we decided we're going to bring in some chefs. We're going to bring in Chef Jose Mendin, a 5-time James Beard Award semifinalist and co-founder of the Pub Belly Restaurant Group.
Oh, that's good. Pub Belly. Oh, Pub Belly's good.
World-renowned chef Janine Booth, originally from Australia, now living in Miami, with her fellow chef husband, running several restaurants, including the Stiltsville Fish Bar.
Oh, I love Stiltsville.
Yeah. That is so good. Both of those are good. This is one of the best events that Miami does not do a lot of great events annually that are consistently great. This one never has failed. This one never falls down.
Better than the boat show, am I right? Better than Ultra.
Yes.
Am I right?
Well, different. They're different events.
This one is the best one, Billy. This is the one where you can go in a tent on Miami Beach with a little glass around your neck and fill it up with alcohol and food.
You know,
day.
I've never been. I think I'm going to go this year. Check it out.
It's pretty great, and I am doing something with Belky's. Why have you put Tony in this room? I think you're hell-bent. I think you're hell-bent on chaos here.
No falsehoods. Okay, so here's the thing. Both of these chefs, they're going to be serving their delicious food throughout the festival. And Dan, you, as you mentioned, you're going to be hosting a Sunset Feast event with Belky's Naray.
Who's more famous, Dan or Belky's?
Belky's, for sure.
We're not, you know.
It's not a competition.
But
exactly
just
right.
asking.
It's not a competition.
Who gets top billing
Belky's
there?
does win that competition.
Yeah.
Well, Belky's has top billing.
Belky's has top billing there. It's not a personal thing, Dan. It's just
Wait a minute.
matter
She's
of
got
fact here.
nachos there. She's got something that makes her go first there.
Okay.
What does she have
She's
there?
an expertise.
It's a nice linguine.
Guys, here's the thing. This event is going to be February 22nd on Saturday evening.
Wait, is it linguine or nachos? I feel like we
linguine.
need a ruling on the
linguine.
photos.
It is a pasta, but you would understand why.
Dan,
It
why
looks
did you
like
think it
nachos,
was
though.
nachos?
And that's why she's the expert,
Exactly,
Dan.
yeah. So
You would think, looking at us and my bloated face, that I was the expert, but no.
No, people get nachos and linguine mixed up all the time.
Bite
That's
with
fair.
Belky's, Dan.
Okay, so the point is, Dan, you ask why Tony's there. It's because we're going to be doing some tasting here of some of the dishes that they have made for us. Unfortunately, as you know, it's one of your burdens in life, is that you have a number of allergies. So we don't want you to have some sort of situation where you break out, where there's too much of this or that in there, and then your blood, something happens, and I don't know, you get sick, you get swollen, whatever it is, you throw up. So Tony and I have decided the safest play is for Tony and I to both be in there, and I'll be here too because I have to kind of turn the levels up and down
Safe
and all
for
that.
whom?
The safest for you, safe for you
For
to
your
make sure.
colon and your
exactly
large
right.
intestine.
Physical health.
We want to taste the food, and we're going to describe to you what we're tasting, and then you can choose which one of the dishes you think tastes best, based on how we're describing it.
So it's the same dish, but
Yeah.
you're getting two different descriptions.
Exactly right.
And then you can pick which description you like best.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's not.
And then they'll come in and they'll tell us what it is that we're eating. But we're going to, with our sophisticated palates, I feel like it's going to be fairly obvious once they get in there what it is that they
But I'm
they
not
cooked.
going to be able to eat any of this?
Well, maybe. But depending on how we describe it to you, maybe you'll determine that this is safe for me to eat or not eat.
If it's gluten-free, dairy-free,
Exactly.
tree nut-free,
All right,
flavor-free.
well,
They're professional chefs, so the food doesn't taste like So you probably can't taste it. But
Right. So who is coming in here? Is it Jose Mendin first, or is it going to be Janine Booth first?
I think first we're going to have Chef Janine Booth is going to be taking in a dish. And I'm going to run over there
Exciting,
now.
Dan.
All right, thank you.
So
Billy,
Phil now.
okay, yeah,
Phil.
thank you.
Yes.
You're doing a lot
Stretch,
of
as they
different
say,
things
yeah.
here. You're spinning
Do
a
you
lot
want
of
Sasha
plates.
to sit in the EP chair? She can handle
Yeah,
that.
go ahead and
Okay.
handle that. Yes, a little
All
more
right.
chaos would be good. I don't think she'll stay there. But help Janine in. You guys are going for maximum chaos here. I don't understand why Tony's in the room. I don't understand why it is that Greg and Stugotz are no longer in the room. Careful
Disappeared. I don't
there,
know.
Jessica. Jessica almost broke her ankle, and we almost had a dog thrown at a camera. That wouldn't have been good. Sasha, yes. Janine, thank you for being with us here, and that looks both delicious and healthy. That looks both of those things.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm gonna grab one of these right here.
Welcome. Yes, and so you guys explain to me, Billy, how this is working. You're the game show host.
All right, we're going to be tasting this. Chef, are these both the same thing or are these different?
They are all the same.
Okay,
They're
great.
all the same. So there's little bite-sized pieces for you there.
Okay.
This is one of the dishes that we'll be serving at the Sunset Feast event.
So this is tuna. I think.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa,
It looks
whoa,
like it.
whoa.
It looks like
Whoa.
it.
Hold
It
on
looks
a
like
second.
it.
Let us taste
Let the
it, and
experts
we'll
do
let
their
you
job
know.
first.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not. I shouldn't be looking then. I've
No,
ruined
no, you
it?
can look. You can look, but you said one of the main
Yeah.
ingredients.
Okay. So I'm so. Well, I mean,
Look, but you can't.
For the audio audience, we're looking at.
my mouth is watering.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
a little bit. It's almost like a little taco of sorts, but it's
Yeah.
not the taco you think. It's almost like
Does it look like a bao bun?
it's not a bao
you
bun.
sure
It
it's
almost
not
looks
linguine?
like un chicharrón.
It's not soft. It's crispy. I don't know if we
It's
should
like a
describe it
crispy
before we take a bite.
tu-
There's a crispy kind of wrapping here.
I'm
Doesn't
gonna take a
look
bite. I'm gonna take a
gluten-free
bite.
to me.
Yeah, take. Then there's what looked to be some burnt sesame seeds from like a Burger King type.
What is that crunch?
meal
How would
on
you
the
describe
outside.
what the wrapping is? It is not a
Yeah.
taco. It seems like some sort of healthy, crispy
It's
thing.
it's like chicharrón.
Yeah.
Like
there's
what
definitely-
chicharrón be?
That is what it is. Chicharron.
There's a nice aioli on top. We've got the black sesame seeds. There you go. Good.
But
good
wait
bite
a
with
minute.
that.
ASMR.
Chicharron is not healthy.
No, this is healthy for sure.
Depends how you make it.
A little
Depends how you make
gluten-y maybe in here. I sense some gluten.
My mouth is watering. Can
Some
I-
avocado
Perhaps
too.
like an essence of wheat.
A slight note. There's
I'm
wheat in
not
here.
allowed to
difficult,
have
Dan.
any of this. This is what we're doing here. You guys
It's
are just
kind of
gonna,
chickeny tasting, you
you're
know?
gonna, chickeny tasting.
there's a
Okay,
chicken taste
Billy
to
does
it.
not win whatever this contest is. The winner for best description goes to Tony, who did not describe it as chickeny tasting.
Chickeny tasting. No, it's not
Kind of.
chickeny tasting.
Janine, now what is the payoff here? You're going to tell us what it is they just consumed?
Yeah, I mean, I think you both had really interesting takes on
you.
what the dish is. I love the chicharron idea. It's actually not chicharron. It's actually a shrimp chip. So
that was
rather
the little
than
bit of salty
pork
flavor
skin,
there, yeah.
it does have that like salty umami kind of flavor and definitely a really nice crunch. And then it is a tuna tartare. You had the spicy aioli, right? The burnt sesame seeds. No, they're black sesame seeds. They
Oh.
come in
Sesame
two
seeds, yeah.
colors. These ones just happen to be black. And there's a little sesame dressing. With
She's
some
got
avocado
5
and
of them
cherry
here.
tomatoes.
Jessica and Jeremy, are they allowed to have? She brought 5 in for you guys. And how
Yeah.
good was it? Because I'm sure
Excellent.
that's
I
delicious.
can have about 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
I think.
I guess I
think
would love some.
Yeah, Sasha wanted to try it too. So
Okay, we're not going to give it to the dog. That's probably
yeah, no, that's
disrespectful.
not-
I
that's
think
not gonna
I
happen.
think that is insulting to the chef.
That's fine. I mean, the dog is really, really cute. So I'm
okay.
happy to share.
But that's probably got dairy in it, right? That's dangerous with
Yeah,
the dogs.
dairy
You got to
for
be
sure. I
careful.
don't know.
All of a sudden, Jessica's going to have a mess on her hands she doesn't need if we go.
Oh,
with
we're
too
all
much
gonna have
sugar.
a mess on our hands.
Yeah, not me.
If Dan eats it.
finger licking good.
So Janine,
KFC.
thank you. We are not rating this dish against the next dish, right? You're just going to keep
Yes,
bringing these
Chef
out.
Jose has another dish. It's actually you'll see. I
Okay.
can't tell you
Don't
anything.
talk about
Yeah,
it.
don't
You guys
tell-
are
don't
good.
tell
us. Do not tell
So I'll
us.
go tell him you guys are ready for
All right,
it.
thank you so much.
Dan,
Chef.
what did you think of that? Would
Yeah.
that be something you would order?
Yeah.
I'm just hungry now.
What'd you think
Yeah.
of the taste?
I'm-
Based
I-
on how we described it.
I'm having a Pavlovian response. If you're watching me on video, I'm being bothered by how much this is become a bit of a suffering here. What
It's a
should
good
be
segment,
a festival of joy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that either.
What?
Festival of Suffering sounds like not a great tease for
Yeah, I
the
don't
South
like
Beach
buffering.
Wine and Food Festival.
Yeah.
Also interesting that food never made
right.
its way into the shipping container.
Here we go.
Well, I
Next
just
one.
offered you guys, and then Jessica
said
gave hers
yes.
to the dog.
Yeah.
Sasha loved it. She's
You
licking her
upset
chops
Chef
right
Janine,
now.
yeah.
So this is Jose.
Oh, wow.
Jose Mendin, thank you. For, those Pub Belly restaurants are good.
Personal friend of mine, Dan.
Is he?
Really?
All right. Who's
wow.
describing what here? This is also making me hungry.
Okay.
I can eat this.
I don't know if you can eat. Hold on. I don't know if you can eat this. I got to
I don't
taste
think
it.
so.
Yeah, give me
Hold on a second. All right, there's some grass on the top, which you should be fine with, and then a piece of cheese.
Oh,
it
wow.
would appear, dairy of some sort, so you can't have the dairy.
Okay, let me
And then
Update, our
there's
food has arrived over here.
Some oils there, some essential oils.
Okay, so there's
some
a
people
Dan.
can.
This is a beautiful spread. Okay,
Yeah.
what we're looking at is possibly 3 other pieces of tuna.
Jeremy, you're disgusting.
It could be uncooked
Did he eat it in one
chicken.
bite?
No, it's just he ate it.
I'm gross. 2 hands,
He
just
doesn't have
the whole
any
thing in my mouth.
napkins,
No
and
coof.
look, this is
What am I
supposed to
waiting
be
for?
fancy food. These are gourmets here. You guys, this is like feeding wolverines. It's like feeding people who haven't been equipped with human etiquette.
Okay.
The best of our eaters is Jessica, and she eats granola tidbits by the pelican bite.
Yeah.
Throws them in her gullet.
Gullet?
That's accurate.
And she's the one who eats most. Like, this is disgusting what you just did, Jeremy.
You know that like the third picture that exists on Google, if you search my name, is my finger in my mouth from that Heat game because of you people?
It's gluttonous. Your
You did that
face,
to yourself.
Your face is
This has
gluttonous.
a pizza taste to it.
Face, jeez.
Pizza.
Yeah, there's cilantro in
Very
here.
cheese.
Something.
Wait,
It's
cilantro?
gluten free, so I think you want some.
Oh, okay.
I'm not certain.
So Dan, what
But
we're
Dan,
looking
you
at
can't
here,
have it. You can't have this one.
I don't know if you can, Dan, because there's cheese in it, right? There's a beautiful like I don't know what the cheese is, but it could be like a Parmesan cream, right? With a beautiful thin piece of tuna with a little bit of Parmesan on top.
I don't think you're supposed to give away the tuna. I got
I'm not certain
reprimanded.
that it's
I got
tuna.
reprimanded
I'm
in the
not
first.
certain.
Well, why don't we go to the? Should we go to Chef Jose here on
Could be a
what?
tomato.
I mean,
It looks delicious. It looks like it's also replete with dairy, and it would make my
is.
face explode.
Yeah.
actually, Tony, very well. Come to the restaurant, explain to the customer.
A little chimichurri on top of the
No,
fish.
so it's not chimichurri.
Insider
That's
trading.
basil pesto. There
See,
is
basil.
cheese.
See, I
Well,
told
good
you
try, though,
pizza.
Tony.
The sauce itself is going to be a Parmesan leche de tigre.
Oh, I knew there was tiger
So
in
it's
here.
Parmesan with some citrus and some rice wine vinegar.
Yeah.
And then on top, yes, has a piece of Parmesan cheese and a fried piece of basil.
Chef, how do you milk a tiger?
Excellent work, Billy. I thank you
One
for
nipple at a
putting
time.
I'll explain to you outside, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. When we're in a more private setting, Jose, what would you describe as the most overrated of the fancy ingredients?
Of the fancy ingredients?
Yes, the overrated fancy ingredient where people like when I get something and they say it's pecan encrusted, I'm like, get out of here with your fanciness.
I mean, I think what's going on with caviar right now, the way that people are just it's too
Agreed.
expensive, and
Yeah.
it's, you know, come on.
Chris Cody just got into caviar.
I've noticed caviar's everywhere right now. It's very trendy.
And it's not cheap.
well, we
it's
went
not cheap
from
at all.
the tinned fish trend to now we're doing caviar. What's with that?
The what? Oh, the tin fish. It's just the way they preserve the fish. that
I
makes it
love tinned
special.
fish, but now the tinned fish appeal is that it's $3, but the caviar is like $100.
Yeah.
Where are you guys on the descriptions of these food? Who wins? Are we pitting one food against the other? What, or is it just you guys are eating in front of me and I'm getting
pitting their
frustrated?
descriptions
So I
against
think it's
each
all
other.
of it, right? Like you have to pick a description, we have to pick a chef,
Yeah.
and then you stay hungry.
Yeah, exactly. So who
Okay.
do you think won? Right, round one, Janine or Jose?
Based on the
Based on
description.
the descriptions?
Based on the descriptions, yeah.
And what you saw.
Well, I'm gonna say that Jose won because Tony, as soon as he took the first bite, he screamed "Wow!" But he also is biased and he's trying to help
He's
his
friends
friend.
with him.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
I just love great food. The Parmesan.
No, this
pita-
is a very
I don't know, Tony.
corrupt
What are you talking about?
situation.
Exactly.
it is.
Right.
It's just
All right,
It's
Look,
incredible.
Jose, congratulations! I'll give
Thank
you that
you.
victory, but I
1-0.
will also tell you Janine was robbed.
Okay.
Let's
This
have
is like the Marlins ballpark. all
Janine's
over
was
again.
excellent, Dan. Like
Yes,
Delicious.
it was,
Yeah,
but you
thank
tricked
you.
me, Tony. Janine,
me?
are we going to a third dish here? How many
Yeah.
dishes are we doing?
Oh, we
this
only have
with?
8 more. 9
Yeah, okay,
more.
740
How did
more.
we
Exactly
create
right.
a segment where Tony just got to eat gourmet bites of food
Yeah.
in the studio with you,
I-
Dan?
Jessica, I'm as puzzled by this as you are.
a great segment.
This is
guys,
what
Chef
happens-
Janine's coming in
This
right
is
now.
what happens on a
Chef.
Wild
Wow.
Billy Thursday when you put him in
Look
charge.
Oh my
at
goodness.
this.
Ooh, these look like tacos.
Wow, this is good too.
Oh, I know exactly what
She's
that
good
is.
with the
Yeah.
wraps.
Yeah.
You got to be careful
All
with
right, hold
Janine
on
and the
a second.
wraps.
Yeah.
So now, for those of you who are listening, there are little slices of lemon. Should I sprinkle the lemon or the lime on it?
You can do a little sprinkle of the
Okay.
citrus
Just
on
like the
there.
chef intended. A
I'm
little
lime
accoutrement
man.
on top.
Which is
Exactly,
better?
a little accoutrement. Look at you.
Lemon or
Jessica's
lime?
mouth
my
is now
first-
watering with mine. Jessica, do the Jessica mouth watering cam, please. I see what's happening over there.
All right.
All right, Billy's putting a lime on his. There's
There's
lemon
also
and lime.
a little mini Tabasco if you like it
Oh,
hot. But
okay.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
All right,
Okay,
hold on.
let's
Let's
see
take
here.
a bite.
The
Oh,
mini
wait,
Tabasco's a
wait,
nice
wait.
touch.
There appear to be peppers on this, which
Janine
I
wins.
don't have a great
Can you have
relationship
some
with.
sort of plate or something underneath?
Dan, are you allergic to peppers by chance?
I am. Yes, I can.
You can't have
Okay.
peppers.
You can have peppers, but these are like okay, hold on.
Oh my
Let me take.
God.
I'm gonna take just the whole bite here, Dan. If you want to watch.
I can
Hold on.
only
Oh.
have banana peppers. Those are the
Oh
only kind
my
I can have.
goodness.
the only ones are banana peppers. That's
Yeah.
the only pepper you can eat.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
I
only
guess-
the only nut I can eat is the
doctor.
pecan.
Well,
too.
Oh wow.
That's why you
I'm
went
so
pecan encrusted
sorry.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm sorry too.
Okay, Dan. Let me describe this
Delish.
for you, Dan. Dan, this is a beautiful fish dip taco with a cassava base, cassava chip base,
Oh.
with a little bit of pepper on top, a little bit of dill, and then if you want lemon, lime, or Tabasco sauce.
I sense some
There's a little bit
malanga
of-
here.
There's a little bit,
Malanga.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
some malanga.
there
There's
is
no
some
malanga
malanga.
in there. That's no Cuban in there.
I sense
and there's a little bit
malanga.
of pickle,
A little bit of pickle.
and pickle onion,
A little
Yeah.
bit of pickle.
a little bit.
How
of pickle.
right did they get that, Janine?
You were like 99% right,
Hmm.
and then you coming in with the malanga. It
Thank
was
you.
actually malanga, so it's a malanga root taco.
Thank you.
Wow.
What? Billy?
Wow.
For real?
It's pretty amazing. So a malanga root taco with the smoked fish dip.
Wow.
With pickles, our house-made pickles from Stiltsville Fish Bar. We have pickled cucumbers, pickled Fresnos for a little bit of heat, and pickled red onions. So you guys
Delicious.
nailed it. I'm so proud of you.
And all of this
Dan,
is
you
going to
would
be
love this.
available Saturday, right?
No, Dan's Malanga free.
Yes.
You're
this is gonna
malanga
be
free?
available Saturday at the event.
You love malanga, Dan. Don't do that.
My mom loves telling the story when I was a little kid. Loves telling the story. People would come over and I'd tell them not to leave, and then I would say, "We have malanga." That's like I was trying
Perfect.
to keep the guests
Wow.
staying. I was 36 years old.
Yeah.
The rareness of these guys, it's a tribute to you, I think, Janine. Them being able to itemize the ingredients because they taste each of them. They're not exactly experts here. It suggests that what you've made here is very fresh.
It is very fresh, yeah. Everything we do, especially, Stiltsville Fish Bar is all about fresh seafood. And, so thank you. I'm glad that you were able to dissect all the different flavors. And you guys,
Did he get
you
it
guys
right with
nailed
the?
it.
Did he get it right with the cassava flour as well? Like, is that what?
There's no cassava, no. It's just the malanga itself. We just slice them super thin, and then we put them in these little taco
Okay.
fryers and fry
So that's
them
where- okay.
to get the shape.
Billy, I think
So-
Billy wins that one because he got the malanga. The other stuff is easy.
It's not for you to decide who wins
sorry.
here. Thank you,
Yeah,
Janine.
thank you so much,
Thanks, guys.
You get into thank you. You get into the big room, and all of a sudden, you're the one deciding who wins the thing.
I want to give him props.
What do we need to know here as we go to the fourth dish
We
before
have to
you?
tank this one for Jose, right? Like we
Yeah.
can't have him win. We have
No.
to have it come down to the last
Yes,
one. So
that's
no
right.
matter how good this tastes,
That's
you have
right.
to say it tastes
That's
bad.
right. That's
Is
right.
it a round of best of 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we
gotta
have
go to
to.
a-
This
Really
is
good
going to
idea.
be bad no
Right.
matter what.
Well, you want to
Yes.
eat the third round.
Yes.
Tony, you're friends with him, but I think if you
Can we
throw it up
can
afterwards,
We, can we?
just like,
Let's do this.
"Oh!"
No, let's
vomit the
let's
food
insult
in his
it.
face.
No, no,
Exactly
when
right.
he gets in here, let's just say it wasn't.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. I think this is going to work.
All right, we are ready for Jose. We are ready
I think
to
he's
see
in the bathroom. He
if
seems to be
Jose.
missing,
That's good.
yeah.
That's where I want my chefs. I
Yeah.
want them to immediately
1
emerge
minute.
from the bathroom. That
Make
seems
sure he wipes his
wonderful.
hands.
I'm gonna try
I'll
this
turn
one
I'll
again.
turn his mic on and
Wash
see if
your
we can
hands
hear
when you're
what
done.
number he's
Yeah.
doing.
Skip this one.
Yes,
Good.
thank you. Not helpful. Nobody here is
Okay.
helpful. Billy's
Stugotz,
making
there's
things
some
work.
food here if
oh,
you wanna try
Stugotz
it.
now.
Yeah.
Let's welcome
Speaking of
him
not
into the
helpful,
mix.
exactly.
Yes. So Janine, so far, I don't know where Jose is, but I thought we were going to a fourth dish now. Can we allow Jose to get in? Okay, we're going to keep waiting. We're going
All
to
right,
filibuster because he's not quite ready yet.
Well,
Don't worry, Sasha's doing a really good job on the ones and
Yeah,
twos
she's
over
killing
there.
it.
All I know is that first dish was absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
This is all really
Stugotz, would you like some of this malanga? It is delicious.
It's
It
a
is
malanga
good.
fish dip taco.
Sure, I have to come in there. I will come in a second and try it.
it's headed your way. Don't worry.
Okay.
You'll
Oh,
save-
terrific.
Exactly right.
Okay.
And then there's some
Malaga.
tuna.
Okay, but I fear that at this point we are just in a position where we're making
Oh,
the
Jose's
audience
coming.
listen to us have lunch.
No.
No, this is like-
well, when we can't find one of the chefs.
Yeah.
Dan, this is actually something uniquely Miami, the South Beach Wine and Food Festival.
Yeah.
We should be reveling in its uniqueness this time of year.
Yeah.
This is one of the special
Oh,
events
hey,
of our
Jose.
city.
And thank you. This is Jose. This is Chef
Oh,
Jose
look
Mendin.
at
I will
this.
say again that the Pub Belly restaurants are extraordinary, and so Stiltsville Fish Bar in
Yeah.
South Beach, by the way.
Dan, I got to tell you, this is the best Malagua I've ever had.
There you go. A little hot.
I'm wondering
say
how
it right?
proud Stugotz is that Tony was able to talk his way into a segment where he just gets to eat gourmet bites of food.
So jealous.
Very
All right, you guys
Stugotz-y.
want to describe
watch
what's
Tony
happening
eating.
here? Oh, come on, man.
So it's a bit of it's a soup, Dan. So we're looking like a dumpling soup.
Yeah.
And I feel like the
It's like a cup of noodles, kind of.
broth
But
is
there's no
is
noodles.
beef based broth. Let's see what the dumpling is itself. Hold on.
I sent some soy. Can you have soy?
No.
Oh.
I can have the gluten-free soy. What is that, tamari?
Gluten free
Yeah,
soy.
tamari.
I don't know about that. How about corn? You have any corn allergies?
Yeah, I can. I can have soy.
This
soy
has
corn.
cheese in it though, Dan, so you can't have it.
I'm
got
tasting
cheese.
the corn. There's
Yeah.
definitely corn in
I
here.
thought we had agreed
Corny.
that the two of you. Thank you, Billy, for corny. That's useful. I thought that we had agreed that you were going to make an assessment of the food, not just describe it. That you were going
Well,
to.
you make the assessment. We're just
Well,
telling
but-
you how it's you know.
Right.
Look,
So-
I'm not going to sway you one way or another, but it's not as good as
let me
Janine.
try this
Second
again.
dish, you know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
It's not as good as what happened. I didn't hear what you just
Ooh,
said.
number-
there.
yeah.
That's
I didn't say anything.
insulting.
That was
is
it.
insulting.
That was intentional. I mean,
That is insulting what he just did there.
I appreciate the slurping sound.
This is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jose, dumplings
Not
are
as good.
delicious. Dumplings and
Oh,
soup
dumplings
are
are so
even are
good.
even better than that. What
Wow.
is it that they are eating here?
So this is my version of a corn soup dumpling.
Hold on just a second, Jose. We've got a little bit of chaos here when Billy's in this room when he shouldn't be. You were
Sasha's
saying?
got it under control. Don't worry.
You were saying
All right, so it's a gyoza corn soup dumpling, and you guys were right. It's a beef and soy broth,
Wow.
and inside it's just little, you just pop it in your mouth, and just like a Chinese something, but it's like a mix of Italian and Asian. So they were pretty accurate.
excellent. They seem to be real connoisseurs. I'm sorry, Chef Jose, you have lost this round,
Yeah.
even though we like the dumpling. And your
The dumpling is delicious.
The reason you're getting disqualified this round is because of how hot and soupy the food is
Yeah.
in a studio that requires plates, and these people
Yeah.
eat sloppy, and there's slurping
Yeah.
going on. So you
Yeah.
are now tied 1-1. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
It was a challenge. It was a
I don't mean to insult you.
Incredible.
It is 1-1 now. I'm sorry. One of the things that happened here as I filibuster and Jose leaves the room
we're
is
back
that,
to back. Hold on, Dan.
Filibuster.
Is it-
Rocky Mountain
She's here.
oyster.
is that Billy and Tony promised me that they were going to insult the dish and then didn't do
And then
it.
they didn't do it.
Then they didn't
They
do it.
left you in
You
that
said-
spot.
you
You had to
said-
kick them out.
you know,
That was
I said
ridiculous.
it
you know,
tastes
They
like a
totally
salt,
hung you
not
out to
helping
dry.
me. Not
Completely
helping.
hung you out to
They
dry.
said
Not
it's
fair
salt.
at all.
I don't think
I said it tasted like a cup of
Janine,
noodles. That's not a compliment.
Janine,
That is a
come on in
compliment.
here.
the old bait and switch.
Yeah. Oh, so it's being taken from me. Can I leave this here? Can I
Oh,
just
this
taste
looks like the best of the things I've seen in terms
wow.
of presentation.
Yeah.
And she's been good with the presentation.
That's like a fancy rock and rib roll.
all of these things are beautiful.
What's a rock and rib roll?
What's a rock and rib roll? That's a different story for another day.
What?
Chef.
Come on, Janine. And you call yourself a chef.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna grab one of
look, I'm
these.
from Australia, so there's a lot of weird American things that I've never
damn.
heard
This
of.
one's
so-
uniquely
Dan, don't
Miami.
eat that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Rock and rib roll. I'm gonna have to try that today.
Do I need a fork?
Oh, that
No, just
smells
down the
so
hatch.
good. Oh, that smells so good.
Okay, so this is made with sesame seeds. I don't know if you guys know this. Sesame seeds can come light or dark. It's not that they're burnt. And these were some of the dark.
Wait,
variation
he's
of
not supposed to
sesame
eat it in
seeds.
one bite like that, is he,
Okay.
Janine? He ate
I'm,
the whole
I'm
thing.
actually shocked that you were able to fit that in your
Thank
mouth.
you.
You must
Oh
have,
my
a,
God.
have a wide mouth.
You know?
Dan, can you have
That was
sesame
great.
seeds?
I can have some seeds, but not sesame seeds.
This is lamb.
What can you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, buddy,
Pecans?
I can have some proteins and
Pecans.
vegetables. That's what I'm eating. No
This
dairy,
is
no gluten.
Not American lamb, though.
That has dairy and gluten, Dan. So don't worry about
No.
it.
I think, Janine, based on what we know about your history, this is Australian lamb. Hold on.
Grass fed.
It smells good. The eating of it sounds good.
Spice.
Dan, think of it as like a meat pastelito.
Yeah.
But like cut in half or cut in how many ever?
Yeah, but much
pieces.
better. The pastelitos are usually dry. Like
Yes.
this looks moist. And tell us what it
There's
is you've
sweet
made here.
too, though, Dan. There's mango
Like a-
here.
yeah.
Mango chutney.
you
maybe.
got-
Yeah,
you
yep.
got-
Wow, guys, I am really impressed for a radio host. I
Thank you.
mean,
For
this
slobs.
Is, this is awesome. You did really well. So this is a dish from Sunnyside Up. It is in Regatta Grove, and it's an Australian cafe concept. And so these are from my home country. They're Australian sausage rolls using Australian lamb. They're merguez spiced to curry spiced, and then a little mango chutney on there, which you got, and some micro cilantro.
A real stunner that he threw the mango chutney in our face.
Oh,
Some real expertise there.
I mean,
know
the
how he
palate on you. It's amazing.
Thank you, Janine. Janine, I'm voting for you to win. It's
Wait
not
a
up to
minute.
me. I
You've got-
haven't
no,
tasted
you're-
Jose's food
hold
yet, but
on.
I
We
hope
have one
that
more
he
dish.
loses,
We got
yeah.
one more dish.
I'm going to tell him it
Yeah,
tastes
I
terrible no
haven't
matter how
even
bad.
tasted
You have to
Okay.
try it. I mean,
Yeah, I'm going to insult him right to his face.
Let's
No,
go,
you're not.
Jose.
Disgusting.
Let's see if Jose is ready because we're really bringing people in and out of here. And I will tell
Incredible
them.
plate also, Dan.
I will tell them again. I am going to be hosting a Sunset Feast event on Saturday, February 22nd. That is not this week. It is the weekend after. Tickets are on sale now at SOBEWFF.org. SOBE. WFF.org. Where is your friend Jose? You've insulted Jose with the cup of noodles comment.
Yeah,
I
Tony did.
I think, Dan, that you need to say how good Billy and I are doing for not knowing anything that was coming out of the kitchen, because people are going to think this is staged.
Yeah.
People are going to think, oh, they knew beforehand what the menu was, what the ingredients were. They saw them. They tasted them. We are completely blind here. We know nothing.
I'm legitimately so impressed with you guys. I actually can't believe how spot on you've been. Because I've thought, at least from the beginning, all the things you were saying were going to be jokes just to try to get Dan to feel like he couldn't eat. And then every single time you said something, the chefs had these looks on their faces of gigantic surprise.
Oh, what is
Don't
that?
put that in front of Dan.
Here comes
Yeah,
Jose.
That, looks,
that goes
that's
to Billy.
Danny.
Yeah.
He works with us.
No. Jose's coming in right. I know who Danny is. Thank
All
you.
right.
Oh, I can already smell
I
what's
mean,
on
this
here.
looks like
I can smell what's on here.
This looks
God,
like a
that looks
prank.
good.
If I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, wow.
prank?
I know
Yeah,
what this
looks
is.
like a prank.
What do you mean a prank?
It's only for you, Tony, though.
Thank you.
What do you mean a prank?
See, see, mine doesn't
Ooh,
look
is
the
that
same
shaved
as
truffle?
No, yeah, I'm getting black truffle on mine, actually.
Get out of here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Wow.
Danny, get out of here.
Dan, you can eat truffle, right?
Yes.
Tell me what to stop.
That there, you're good.
That's
Can you
a
shave
lot.
some of that
It's a
into
lot of
Dan's
tr-
mouth?
It's a lot of truffle.
Wow.
You could smell it, right, Dan?
Okay.
You could smell the
Yes,
truffle
I
and
could
waft
see
it
it
over to
all
you.
over
See
the
here.
console here.
These
as
look like
well.
little mashed potato balls.
Yum.
Let's see here.
I love truffle.
Buttery,
Yeah.
but not too buttery. Soft, but not too soft.
Yeah.
Hard enough.
Yeah.
Dan, you definitely can't eat this.
Just
No.
right.
Just right. Oh, yeah, Dan, you're going to like this. Creamy.
I thought you were going to criticize Jose.
This is creamy.
Who?
A little
Billy
too,
said he was going to.
Oh, Billy said
a
he was
little
gonna
too
do it?
creamy, Jose, if you ask me.
There we go.
Is that pasta? What are we eating?
It's,
Is that
it's
a gnocchi?
It's gnocchi.
Oh.
It's like a creamy
Dan, can you have-
Parmesan
can you
gnocchi
have
with
potatoes,
truffle
Dan?
on top.
Gluten-free stuff. I can have
Potatoes have gluten?
gluten-free pasta is what I meant
Wow.
to say. Yes, I can have potatoes.
But
Jose.
usually they use wheat flour and gnocchi to bind it.
Yeah.
Jose, is it annoying when someone comes to your restaurant and they order and they're like, but no gluten, no this, no that, and you have to make 30 different dishes for everyone at the table?
It's a lot better than the food that knows everything. Other than
Yeah.
that, I like working around people's diets and stuff.
This smells really
It's like
good.
cooking in the kitchen here.
So wait,
You got nothing.
the annoying guy with a lot of allergies better than the annoying guy who thinks he knows everything. So you'd rather serve Dan than Tony.
Exactly right.
Me? What?
What's more
what I
annoying?
got out of
What's
that.
more annoying? Guy with a bunch of allergies, guy with a bunch of allergies, or a foodie?
Foodie.
Yeah.
Because you're taking the
Well,
pictures.
depends on kind of foodie. I mean, the obnoxious foodie. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
Name-
make it
name
obnoxious.
names. Who do you hate the most?
That smells so
you
good,
know,
man.
Everybody knows what makes it obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't want
taking the pictures.
That smells really good. What they get everything right there? Did they get?
Well, it's not a gnocchi. It's a nudi. So there's no potato. It's made out of flour, and inside has pecorino, and it's a truffle butter, and then fresh black truffles on top.
Yeah.
It's a dish from my restaurant in South Beach, Casa Isola, right next to Potbelly.
Excellent place too, by the way.
Well,
The
so
veal-
we,
the
are
veal
we
is
going to
great
get a
there.
ruling here? Are we?
I
Gonna,
think Dan, you're making the
Yeah, it's
ruling.
up to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
you make the
ruling.
ruling.
Whose
Yeah.
dishes sounded better?
Based off the
Right.
description.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
can't eat anything.
Remember,
Taste.
Australian
Well, you're
lamb.
not supposed to.
Ooh,
You
the
have to just
Australian
base your
lamb was good,
opinion
though.
off
Mango
of what,
chutney.
I'll be good with the Thai. Jenny is really good.
off
so.
of what they're saying.
I
Yeah,
can't
mango
make it a
chutney.
tie.
Well, you have to pick.
need a
Cilantro.
You gotta
payoff,
pick, Dan, you
but
need
the
to-
descriptions
A
weren't.
tie.
All right, I have
Great.
an idea. I have an idea.
Sports radio.
Tiebreaker. We have toast. See who makes the best toast with butter.
Wow, pan con mantequilla.
What do you think, Dan?
Dan can have the wait, he can't
No,
have
he
the
can't have
toast.
the toast. Or the
Jose,
butter.
for laughing at what Billy and Tony said, for being Tony's friend, and for following Billy down the paths of destruction that he has caused here,
minutes.
our winner today, Chef Janine
Wow.
Booth.
Yes.
is our winner
Way to
today.
go.
Yes.
We love you and your accent.
Yes.
It was entirely the
I
accent.
will lose to Janine any day.
100%.
It is.
So delightful.
Against my people. I
I
hated
know.
my people's accent, but I was delighted
I'd
by
make a deal.
hers. That's all that happened there.
It sounded like you just wanted to spite Tony.
Yeah.
Well, not Tony, Billy, for putting Tony in this room to make a mess of this because he does not know how
mess?
to eat.
Well, he doesn't know how to eat. He's a fool.
He doesn't.
I know how to eat. That's one thing I do know how to
But
do.
thank you, Chef Jose, and thank you, Chef Janine. We very much appreciate you cooking for us. It is an honor. I know that you guys are artists, so it is an honor that you would take this time out to be with us today. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us. It was very fun.
True privilege. Thank
Okay.
you guys so much.
Gracias.
Now your room is forever going to smell like truffles.
It
Yeah.
really
It's
smells.
a great smell, though. It's a good
Yeah.
smell, yeah.
Yes, it is. It is a good smell. Put it on the poll, please, Juju, at LeBatard Show. Let's escort them
guys.
out here because this train stops for no one. We're not going to stop doing this and then have human interaction and say goodbye. We're just going to keep rolling along for 5 more minutes so that we can get out of this time commitment. It's nice to see you again, Stugotz.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to see you guys.
What have you been doing with Chris Sims? Where you guys can all go back to where it is that you came from.
Oh, okay.
I really didn't
I didn't know
expect
you
to
were
have
on
some
it.
of the best food I've ever
SGA
had
versus
today.
Take
Jokic.
us out of
Do
here.
you want me to
MVP?
come
It was
back in
amazing.
there? What do you want me to
Met
do?
someone that knows
really
Dan
well.
yesterday. They were in a car accident together.
Whoa.
Oh, you okay?
What's that story?
I had jury.
No, we got to go, Billy. You can't
Yeah,
tell
well,
it. We got to go.
you
We got to
want
go. You can't
a
say
little
it.
tea?
You can't say it.
I've only been in one car accident in my life, and I don't remember. And there were people in the car, but I don't know why you would have met Kip Kudik over the.
Oh, it wasn't Kip. I met someone that was in a car accident with you in a taxi in California when you were going to Cal Stadium, I was told. The taxi hit something or someone and kept going, and you and this person said, you got to go back. You can't just leave the scene of this accident. This was
Nice,
years
Dan.
and years and years ago. Person now, as this person says, and I hope that you don't say this person is a liar because they are a judge who was the judge at my jury duty yesterday. And the judge also apparently
Was it Judge Alex?
Wait, you had jury duty again?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And I have to
No
keep,
one has it more.
I have to keep calling through the end of next week in case I have to go back another day. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And the judge said, well, what do you do? And you tell all the stories of this is what I do, that's what I do, this is where I work. And the judge was kind of making connections with everyone. And I'm like, well, I work in the media, I do sports. And I'm like, well, who do you work with? I'm like, Dan Le Batard. Like, I know Dan. And I had a feeling. He knew because beforehand he told us that he was the Spanish play-by-play voice of the Miami Hurricanes.
Oh, wow.
Who is also a judge now.
Wow.
Lots of things going on. You know who it is. We don't have to embarrass you here, and you don't know who it is. You guys are good friends. Old pals, go way back. Anyways, I know about the taxi accident. I'll head out now.
It seems like a moment you wouldn't forget.
I mean, a hit and
Seems
run and a
forgettable,
taxi driver. With the now
Dan, you
judge.
remember those days? You were on the
Yeah.
Cal beat. Do you remember?
Exactly right. Check out Cal Stadium. You and him used to go to the stadiums beforehand to just get the essence of the stadium before he was telling us all. You remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not.
Oh,
you
jeez.
can leave and take your truffles with you. It smells really good in here.
Not after Tony's food or Chef, whatever.
You're
his name is,
saying
Jose.
that somebody went from fellow media member and announcer voice to judge?
Yeah, Judge.
I don't. That's not a thing.
Friend of yours.
That's not a thing
He
that
still does
happens.
it.
That Rolly Martin,
He
like.
does both at the same time.
there-
Did he get it right? Is it Judge Martin?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
it's all coming back.
I do know who you're talking about now. I know exactly who you're talking about. That guy is a giant University of Miami booster.
Oh, boy.
And he's a judge?
He's a judge?
We strike that from the record.
Yes. Why are we striking that from the rest?
No idea.
Feels like judges probably shouldn't be boosters for college football programs.
Yeah.
right?
Why?
Is there not? They run the laws.
Well, you
What
said-
if a Miami
Isn't
Hurricane
that
gets
how it-
arrested and goes into his court? I mean, obvious. There are obvious
He'd
reasons. This
recuse
is a
himself.
conflict. I mean,
Yeah. What do you think? That judges just don't have personal lives?
I'm just bringing up the point. That's all.
Okay.
You think that judges are wandering around in their personal life with no conflicts whatsoever, and
That's
then
right.
just get to the courtroom and then reveal their conflicts and recuse themselves, or are just entirely corrupt?
Yeah, that's right. That's why we're so surprised by those Supreme Court rulings.
All right, put it on the poll at LeBatard Show. Should a judge
hold on. Let's
be
just
allowed to be a college football booster.
Specifically Miami.
Well, hold on. No, play-by-play person. No, I don't know anyone said anything about boosters. And let's remember, I have to continue to call for the next 2 weeks to see if I have to go back. So it's very possible that I end up in this person's courtroom again. So let's be on our best behavior, please.
We may have just gotten you out of jury duty, though.
Or into prison. Like, let's calm down, everyone. It's a serious case.
The funny thing that I remember about being, because I don't remember the accident and the cab and all of that stuff, but what does get jostled back to life is when I think of this judge that you speak of, what I do remember doing is calling him when I needed legal advice because I'd gotten into a bar fight soon after college. And
now, this seems like a conflict.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, like if he was the judge, you call him, it's like, hey, buddy, if I see you in court, we don't know each other.
I'm pretty sure he was just a lawyer at that time.
But you don't remember the car accident?
No, I don't.
Oh, he was getting in all these bar fights.
Selective memory.
Geez.
I'm sorry. It's been a long time. Please forgive me.
Why were you going to Cal?
Yeah, can I give you a piece of advice? Just if someone says
college football,
just always pretend you remember them, no matter what. They don't know the difference. They're like, oh yeah, Judge, yeah, great to see you. I miss you. What are you up to? Oh, and then you just repeat something they've already told you exactly. Oh yeah. Oh no, I heard that you were doing play-by-play in Spanish. Is that true? You're still doing that? Wow, that's just And I heard that you definitely no conflict of interest in anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Always good to have a judge in your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't put
And
it
a
that way,
play-by-play
but-
guy.
Is his name Jose?
I called him Your Honor.
How are you getting called for jury duty? So
I pissed someone off somewhere in the government. It has to be because I've been summoned 4 times in a year, and every time they tell me,
weird, man.
no, it's a different branch, so you still have to come.
Wait, like this is federal? And
I did civil, I did criminal, I did federal, and then I had also another criminal, and then they finally told me, like, you don't have to go to this one because you actually served on a jury. It's supposed to be
Wait
a
a
year. They're like,
second.
you served on a jury 53 weeks ago. We'll let this one slide.
Tony, don't you know people in the law? Is this like the longest con of your life? Are you the one that keeps getting Billy summoned to jury duty as payback?
I don't know anything.
we have Jeremy Tachet's allegation that from earlier in the show that he was saying that if you go to the third Google image, you will find Jeremy Tachet, gluttonous of face and finger, sticking his fingers in his hands.
That's right.
Eating Cheetos. That is not the third image that comes up.
Salt
when
and vinegar chips,
you
by the way.
Google search Cheeto fingered Jeremy Tachet. That is
Yeah,
the
it is,
third
baby.
image.
Oh, wow.
The album cover of Jeremy Tachet, AI in the water. Or is that
Not
actually
AI.
you? It's not.
That's me in the ocean.
That's you,
'cause-
sexy, wearing soggy clothes, trying to
Yeah.
give off dark, brooding musical talent.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, about 22 years old right there.
All
and
right.
you know what, Dan? Was pretty sexy.
Helpless.
You can look at that picture. Come on.
Helpless.
I'm standing in the ocean.
It's
Writing songs.
Old soggy pants.
Yeah, that's right.
He does look good.
He doesn't have pants on.
Well,
He's definitely naked
you don't know
from
what's
the
going on
waist
underneath
down.
there.
I'm excited.
Super excited.
This is my first time doing Thursday Thunder, and
In 2025?
for sure in 2025. But
You're
maybe
never here
since-
on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm not a Thursday guy.
Oh, that's right.
By the way, Thursday Thunder is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. So how does this work? Walk me through this because we have the
Very
Thursday
simple.
Thunder music playing.
Yep, Thursday Thunder music's playing. You did the read. I read the picks. So Juju Gotti has put together his 3 best prop bets for Thursday night.
Yeah.
Here they are. You ready?
And he's going to be at All-Star.
He's
going to
be at All-Star, probably
He
with
passes
me.
on to you,
Exactly
and then you're
right.
passing it to us.
Exactly right. First leg, Anthony Edwards over 28.5 points
Wow.
is the first leg.
What's our second leg?
Second leg. Yeah, you got to hit the Thunder.
Oh,
That's what I was
Thunder.
waiting for. Oh, perfect. Okay. A guy who I actually like as a part of the deal between the Mavs and the Lakers, Max Christie, who's been playing really well. Juju has him. Max Christie over 14.5 points. And who do they play tonight? Your Miami Heat. Dallas Mavericks versus the Heat. All right, last leg. DeMar DeRozan over 3.5 rebounds. Very low number there for DeMar DeRozan. But all of that parlayed together plus 581. Anthony Edwards over 28.5 points. Max Christie over 14.5 points. And DeMar DeRozan over 3.5 boards.
Wow.
Second night of a back-to-back for both the Mavs and the Heat tonight.
Yeah.
So
big game from the Mavs last night. Kyrie with 42.
Ridiculous win. And the Heat, obviously,
Well,
those first 3 quarters, real fun against the Thunder.
The first 3 quarters were great, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh.
And then the Thunder realized they were the Thunder, scored 24 straight points.
Yeah. They
Made the
realized
Heat
they were the best defense
turn the ball over
ever.
6 times.
I saw a good stat.
Yeah.
I believe it was something like this. There are 4 single-digit quarters in the NBA this season, and the Heat have 3 of them.
That's right.
Leading
2 of them
the
are
league.
in their last 2 road games.
That's good.
Cool.
League
yeah,
leaders.
it's less than ideal. I mean, they're leading the league in something there.
How does it feel in Heatland for you right now, Jeremy?
Like me personally?
Yeah. As this person has to kind of go out and be like, everything's great.
I like it better than I did 2 weeks ago. It was getting really toxic around
He's
there
like
a couple
reverse
weeks
Chicken
ago.
Little.
Did Jimmy poop his pants?
I saw that.
Yeah, I
TMZ
think so.
I
is
did
making
see
it
that.
seem like he did.
Why
do
couldn't
number
that have
2.
been a pee-pee?
I guess it could.
Could've
If
been.
it is,
Go
I mean,
pee-pee.
that's dark.
Dehydrated.
He's just not
Yeah, it's
hydrated.
dark,
Yeah.
very
Which
Yeah.
would make sense. I mean, he's running around playing basketball.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
damn. Yeah.
It's been a while since he's played, right?
Yeah.
Takes a lot of days off.
He does.
No days off.
Have you ever peed yourself at work, Billy?
No.
Same.
I farted on the train once.
Good job.